David is here now to greet you all and to introduce some wonderful artists. I see we have some beautiful guests tonight. Dave Liebman is with us. We're so honored. Thank you so much. And as usual, we have some wonderful artists for you tonight. You just heard our own wonderful associate producer and teacher in the prisons and now helping us as we re-enter the prisons, the wonderful Richard Miller. Thank you so much, Richard. And now this week and every week, it's always my pleasure to introduce our other associate producer who taught for us in the prisons and is coming back with us now as we re-enter the world a little bit of incarcerated people with music. And please join me in welcoming the wonderful Antoinette Montague.
Hey, everybody. Good evening and welcome again to Music While We're Inside, because we just love being on the inside with you, deep inside of the music with some of the greatest artists that you could ever have in your living room on a Sunday evening. Please welcome our first guest. Well, she's not a guest, she's actually Music on the Inside family, Katie McGrath, with great songs ranging from Bon Jovi to Gershwin. This St. Louis-born native and New Yorker believes in contributing in small ways, but she actually contributes in great ways to Modi, because every announcement that you see, the flyers, etc., generate from her. She is an award-winning cabaret and nightlife award winner. Many of her contributions, she donates to people who need to get fed in the great New York area. She's a lover of Motown. She had a babysitter that introduced her to the love of Motown. So that means she's got an infusion of some soul music. Please welcome wholeheartedly, warm-heartedly, the great, the wonderful, the enchanting Katie McGrath.
Oh, Antoinette, you just knocked me out. Thank you.
There we go, baby.
I started with Music on the Inside 2.5 years ago because I wanted to volunteer for a nonprofit that was somehow music related. And of course, I got that, but I got so much more. I have been and I continue to get an education about our criminal justice system and specifically the inhumanity related to incarceration. And most recently, I studied some research about divorce rates among incarcerated women. And we're all familiar with the fact that half of us get divorced in the United States under the best of circumstances. But among women in prison, with every year they're in jail, the likelihood of them losing their families through divorce increases by 33%. So the idea of isolation and detachment from home and family is compounded by so many things. Anyway, that reminds me of one of my favorite songs by one of my favorite composers. I hope you like it. David, can you hear the sound? Or Richard?
Yes.
Sounds good.
Okay, thank you. Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 please don't take him just because you can. Your beauty is beyond compare, with flaming locks of auburn hair and perfect skin and eyes of emerald green. Your smile is like the breath of spring, your voice is soft like summer rain, and I cannot compete with you, Jolene. He talks about you in his sleep, there's nothing I can do to keep from crying when he calls your name, Jolene. I easily understand how you could easily take my man, but you don't know what he means to me, Jolene. Oh, begging of you, don't take my man. Oh, Jolene, 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 oh, please don't take him even though you can. You know you could have your choice of man, but I will never love again. He's the only one for me, Jolene. I had to send my thoughts to you. My happiness depends on you and whatever you decide to do. Ah, Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, don't take my man. Jolene, 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 please don't take him just because you can. Please don't take him even though you can. Jolene.
Woo! Yes, I love you so
Jolene, Jolene.
Thank you.
Yeah,
And thanks for the chance to sing.
oh, you deserve every opportunity. Give another round of applause. Doubly so for all the work that you do to help Modi and let people know and be a part of. And you are vital. You are vital on the planet Earth, my dear. My bestie that came up from Atlanta this past weekend told me that her little grandchildren, that's the hit song with her grandchildren, is Jolene. She cannot figure it out, but to see little kids singing Jolene is another generation of that great music. Our next incredible guest is near and dear to my heart. Benny Saxable Rubin Jr. is a sax man, arranger, composer, and he's just a delight of our hearts here out of Flint, Michigan. You know, is a hardworking young man who, during the COVID season, had the smarts to go and land himself in Florida, where he is on the street corners playing his keister off, sometimes making 1,000, sometimes making 500 a day. He's just doing such an amazing job. I'm always proud of Benny because Benny is literally just trying to make sure that he is active, and I love him. So please put your hands together out of Flint, Michigan, off to the world, the wonderful young man, Mr. Benny Saxable Rubin Jr.
Thank y'all so much.
Benny Rubin Jr. Our next incredible artist is Jackie Lennon. She is the president of International Women in Jazz. She has hosted and produced her own radio and television show, award-winning and heart-giving, trying to help other women instrumentalists and vocalists inside of jazz to get an opportunity to be seen and heard. Matter of fact, on Monday there's a big jam session for International Women in Jazz at 6 o'clock that she hosts on the first Monday of every month. And she also tells people about this event every Sunday. So I look at International Women in Jazz as one of our support organizations that we have several of. That's how you have to make it in this world today. She is an NAACP AXO judge and vocal coach, as well as she just recently did the Skip Pearson The Art of Gershwin event last Sunday on International Jazz Day. Please welcome my dear friend and buddy, Miss Jackie Lennon. She'll be accompanied by our own Richard Miller.
Yes. Okay. Good evening, everybody. It's very clear our love is here to stay, not for a year, but ever and a day. The radio and the telephone and the movies that we know may just be passing fancies, and in time may go. But oh my dear, our love is here to stay. Together we're going a long, long way. In time the Rockies may crumble, the water may tumble, stay. It's very our love is here today, not for a year, but ever and a day. The radio and the telephone and the movies that we know, they just be passing fancies, and in time may go. But oh my dear, our love is together we're going a long, long way. In times the Rockies may crumble, rocks may stumble, they're only made of clay. But our love is here too. Our love is here too. Our love is here to stay.
All right. Yes, yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Jackie Lennon.
Jackie Lennon, you've been so supportive of our work, and we really appreciate that.
Thank you. It's a pleasure being here. Very good. Very nice. One of the most popular open mics. Up to you.
Now, this
But
the Ed
it's not only an
Sullivan
open
Show
mic, but
reimagined.
it's not only an open mic, but it's artists coming together to support our brothers and
Mm,
sisters who are incarcerated.
wonderful.
So it
That's
means so much to have you with us. Thank you so much.
thank you. All right.
Absolutely. Jackie Lennon. Thank you again. We're here with Music on the Inside. And if you've been watching us for over these 58 plus weeks and getting some spiritual lift during this incredible season of our lives, please contribute. You know, if it's 100 of us on the show and everybody gives whatever, then we're much further along to, we'll have our next amazing artisan lover, impresario, humanitarian, and this week's New Yorker of the Week, Alina Bloomgarden. She is our person who started Music on the Inside because she wanted music to help touch the lives of those who are incarcerated. But she also started many, many years ago inventing a program called Reel to Reel for Lincoln Center, and then put in information and grants to start jazz at Lincoln Center, and got Wynton Marsalis hired, and is just still got a heart to do something, and not sit back and see a problem and do nothing. So we're going to put our hands together and welcome our own little reigning queen, Miss Alina Bloomgarden.
Antoinette Montague. I'm so proud to be doing something with so many, you and Richard and all the people that are really working with us. And it's been an amazing experience. And tonight, you know, we're getting back to going back in the prisons now. The prisons are calling us. We were doing programming with you and Richard and other teachers in the prisons. And for this whole year, the prisons were closed down. And now they're calling us, and they want us to do virtual programming. So we're going to go back in with some of the artists that have been with us, because people just like you perform from your homes here, we can now go into the prisons from our own homes. So I'm very excited about this new chapter from Music on the Inside. And tonight, I want to introduce to you one of our colleagues. You know, there are other organizations working, bringing arts into the prisons, and one that I really always admired and learned a lot from. We met in Rikers Island. What a place to meet. This is our dear friend Jeff Bond, who was the founder of Shining Light. And tonight he's going to introduce to you an actor who's going to read and emote the poetry written inside through their program, Shining Light. So it's my real pleasure and honor to introduce to you Jeff Bond.
Thank you, Elena. It's great to be here, and we admire your work and your efforts over the last year to overcome the obstacles of not being able to go inside, and the effort you've put into this program and bringing so many people and sharing the message of the need is just tremendous. So we really admire you, and thank you.
The feeling is mutual. Thank you.
Tonight I'd like to introduce Denver Taylor. And Denver has done, worked in 4 of Shining Light's impact workshops over the last 4 years or so, and considers it a blessing to continue collaborating through various virtual projects we've done in the last year. And you're going to hear one of his projects that he's done with us. It's the words of a man who's in SCI Huntington, a prison that was built, I think it was opened in 1880, and it looks like it was when it was built. So it's quite an experience going in there. Rudolph Churchill is the man's name who wrote this piece. And we call him Church. He's a great guy. He's serving a life without parole sentence. And Denver, who's going to share it, was most recently seen as Herb Solau in the DTLA Film Festival's The Creator, and Martin Lawrence in Lifetime's Salt and Pepper. So here's Denver.
I used to lay in bed for hours, resting on my back, smoking joints and taking showers helped keep me off the track. Things I was supposed to do were somehow left undone. I used to drink a beer instead. It always seemed more fun. Before I knew it, the years had passed and I became a so-called man. I realized after all those years, I still didn't have a plan. Reefer gradually turned to Coke, vodka replaced the beer, and once the 4 started working together, my dreams all disappeared. Now, at the age of 58, I'm beginning to think something's wrong. Because no matter what I tried in life, nothing's ever lasts long, be it jobs or college or relationships, or for some reason, I can't maintain. The results of all my half-hearted efforts have all ended in a lot of pain. Mom says I'm on a merry-go-round. She thinks I'll never change. I've been too stubborn to take her advice, but it's time to rearrange. One must conform to society's laws or be labeled an outcast. But why can't I live my life my way? Must I kiss society's ass? To address this issue is really upsetting. And though I try to keep an open mind, I go on living life my way. Hoping one day peace I'll find. Believe it or not, I'm an intelligent guy. Well-read as well as outspoken. I just need to learn when to keep my mouth shut. Far too many promises I've broken. but I'm beginning to tire of the sex, booze, and drugs. Tired of living life in the fast lane. This sophisticated image I work hard to project is beginning to seem really plain. And though I want to go on living life my way, there's certain things I've begun to see. I'm beginning to think, after all these years, the real problem has always been me. Thank you.
Wow, that was so beautiful. Did you actually work with the person helping him write that poem? Is that
No, actually never met him.
Ah.
Yeah.
How did you get that poem? How did it come to you at Shining Light? How did you get that material, that beautiful, poignant, powerful poem?
Yeah. So as Jeff said earlier, I've done 4 different workshops with them, and served as a spoken word leader and also a vocal leader at one point. And Jeff and Kelly over at Shining Light reached out to me, and told me about the project, and sent me the poem and asked me if I would, be willing to do it in the form of a monologue. And of course I said yes,
Beautiful. Jeff, can you tell us how that poem came to you?
Sure. When we couldn't go in and we heard that everyone in prison was locked down in their cells 23 plus hours a day, we said we had to do something. So we asked them to write poems, dramas, songs, and dances, anything artistically, send it to us, and we would have our professional artists produce the piece, film it, and then we would share it back with the prison for the prison to play on their prison TV channel, that the other men could see it, and it would be a source of encouragement and inspiration to the other men.
Beautiful story. Thank you for sharing that. Beautiful work. Shining Light Ministries. They brought us Naomi Blount, who's become part of the Moti family, and we've just loved collaborating with you guys and really are inspired. Thank you.
Alrighty. Mr. Denver Taylor. And thank you, Jeff Bond, for bringing just such great energy and partnership to music while we're on the inside. Please look up these organizations and feel, deputized to be a supporter of these great programs. The programs that generally don't get the big light, that some of the other programs do. So here we are. All right, our next amazing guest. Get ready to move, groove, dance a little bit. I know Alina's getting ready to move her coffee table out of the way so that she can partnership with this next incredible, great David D'Alva. Out of the wings of inspiration to New York, San Francisco, and your home. This great flamenco guitarist out of Madrid is born of flamenco dancers. His parents were flamenco dancers. And a diverse musical perspective is what he brings to the world. Please welcome the incredible David D'Alva, but I want to unmute Richard, and I know he's been especially excited about this guest. What do you want to say about David D'Alva?
David lives here in San Diego, and I've had the honor to play with him a couple of times, and he's just great. He's very inspiring. Makes me wish I had studied flamenco. So
there's always a chance, Richard.
At our meetings on Monday, you and Alina can kind of work out and do a little, never mind. Please put your hands together for the great, the wonderful David D'Alva.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being with us today. That was absolutely just inspiring, and just to wake up the sensory is a privilege to be here on music on the insides, music while we're on the inside. We can't thank you enough, Richard, for bringing this great flamenco dancer. It's nice to hear the real thing. You can feel it when it's the real deal, you know? There we go. Our next incredible artist, father and daughter, both bona fide and authentic in their own being and way, is Ron Jackson, who is a 7-string guitar master who has performed and taught globally and has Sunday evenings with Ron Jackson, I believe on 9 o'clock every Sunday after this show. So you want to check out and see what's happening there with him. And he is with his stunningly gorgeous daughter, Miss Lucia, who has been trained out of Spain. She is just a noted singer and has worked with many big bands. And we thank you for bringing wonderful Lucia, who comes from great pedigree. I think the grandparents are artists and family are artists. And here we are with two great artists. Please welcome Ron Jackson and Lucia Jackson.
I wish I knew someone like you could love me. I wish I knew you place no one above me. Did I mistake this for real romance? I wish I knew, but only you can answer. If you don't care, why let me hope and pray so? If I'm a fool, don't lead me on, just say so. Should I keep dreaming on, or just forget you? What can I do? I wish I knew. I wish I knew someone like you could love me. I wish I knew that you place no one above me. Did I mistake this for a real romance? I wish I knew, but only you can answer. If you don't care, why let me hope and pray so? If I'm a fool, don't lead me on, just say so. Should I keep dreaming on, or just forget you? What can I do? I wish I knew. I wish I knew someone like you could love me. I wish that I knew that you place no one above me. Did I mistake this for real romance? I wish I knew, but only you can answer. If you don't care, why grants me hope and praise. So if I'm a fool, don't lead me on, just say so. Should I keep dreaming on, or just forget you? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? I wish I knew.
Antoinette, Ron taught for us in Rikers Island. And
Absolutely.
he was really inspiring for the young people. He brought in all kinds of recordings and had them playing the guitar and performing. So he's part of the Moti family from way back. So thank you so much, Ron. Thank you.
Thank you very
Wonderful.
much for having us. Thank you.
And when this wonderful young lady is not singing or modeling, I mean, she's with not just with her dad, but she's with the Malton Orchestra and Marty Schwartz and Art Lillard's big band. So she's getting her chops in the honest way you have to work in order to get that experience. And she did such a great job with her dad. Let's give her another round of applause. There we are. Absolutely. Lucia Jackson and Ron Jackson. What time is your show on, Ron?
9 p.m.
9 p.m. and they can folks can log on.
On Ron Jackson Music on Instagram.
Couldn't get any easier than that. Couldn't get any easier than that. So thank you very much. Please mention us for next Sunday so that we can keep our numbers up. He's got like 20,000, 30,000 subscribers, and that takes a lot of work and effort. He is a real general in this thing called music and a 7-string guitar master, and we love him. We love his infectious laugh and his joy and his music. Continue and be encouraged. Be encouraged, Ron.
Thank you very much.
Ron Jackson, Lucia. Our next guest, and I want to give a shout out to so many of our prior performers. I see Dottie Anita Taylor out in the audience. I see Daoud Rahman is in the house. And I see some of our supporters who've been with us since day one, Dr. Grace Hackett, Dr. Lady Lease, and Margaret Epps, and all of the Ann Phillips. I see so many of us out here, Claudia. Each and every one of you who show up, we thank you so tremendously. And what we ask is that you let people know that we're still, I mean, unless somebody got a memo that it's okay to go out and hang out all night long, but we're sort of incarcerated ourselves still. I did get my vaccine. You can't say anything or encourage people or discourage them. I'm just saying I got mine because I want to live, and I'm still masking up even though I got mine. So careful out there in the street and enjoy. I had an amazing gig at Minton's Jazz Club last night, so I'm getting out a little bit, but I'm being very, very, very cautious. But we sure did party as if there was nothing going on in the world. So music will take you to that place where you will lose your mind and just party anyway. So while we're together, safe in our homes, party anyway. And a great party element is a great guitarist and a plectrum banjo player. He's a great singer. He loves traditional or trad music. His third generation chops and credibility, his grandparents, parents, and brother, all in the wonderful world of music. This gentleman's been all over the world. He's much beloved in New York, but he's super beloved by music while we're inside on a Sunday. Thank you for being with us today. Please welcome Arnt Arntzen.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing out there? I hope you're keeping positive in whatever circumstances you happen to find yourself in. This is a song that I taught myself a little over a year ago when the lockdown first started, and I was trying to keep myself encouraged. It's called Keep Your Sunny Side Up. Here's one thing to think of when you're blue. There are others much worse off than you. When a load of trouble does arrive, laugh and say it's great to be alive. Keep your sunny side up, up. Hide the side that gets blue. If you have 9 suns in a row, Baseball teams make money, you know. Keep your funny side up, up. Let that laughter come through. Do stand up on your legs, be like two fried eggs. Keep your sunny side up. Your sunny side up, up. Hide the side that gets blue. If you have 9 suns in a row, baseball teams make money, you know. Keep your sunny side up, 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 up. Let that laughter come through. Do stand up on your legs, be like two fried eggs. Keep your sunny side up, 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 yes. Keep your sunny side up.
Woo!
There we go.
Aren't people are asking what's the difference between a banjo and a guitar?
I would say probably about $20,000 a year or so. Really, it's I mean, probably the biggest difference is just in the structure of the body. A banjo is originally an African instrument that was brought
Thank you
over
very much.
when slavery was on. Really terrible thing it was, but part of what the slaves did to help remind themselves of home was to construct in the new world that they were brought to the instruments that they had back at home, and the banjo was one of them. And it essentially is basically just a drum, or like a stretched tight skin over a wooden structure of some kind, and some strings that is held on there with a bridge like this, kind of the same as like on a violin or on a cello. It's just held on there by the pressure of the strings. And when you pluck a string, the vibration goes through the drum, the skin of the drum, and creates a tone that way. But not many people know that it originally came from Africa, and then it kind of went through the U.S. and kind of got out into the world that way.
Absolutely. And during the early 15th century, when we were kings and queens before they shipped us over here to work free and build the country, that African banjo was constructed. So thank you for sharing and knowing your information. And we're looking forward to another wonderful song by the incredibly, that was such a joyful song. You can't be sad listening to Keep Your Sunny Side Up. And if you're hungry, act like 2 eggs fried up. That's great. Think about that in the morning. Please just put our hands together and have another song from Aunt Arnson.
All right. Yeah, I think I'll do this one. Sometimes I wonder why I spend these lonely nights dreaming of a song. The melody haunts my memory, and I am once again with you. When our love was new, and each kiss an inspiration. But that was long ago. Now my consolation is in the stardust of a song. beside a garden wall when stars are bright. You are in my arms, the nightingale, he tells his fairy tale of paradise where roses bloom. Though I dream in vain, in my heart you will remain, my stardust melody, the memory of love's refrain. Though it's a fickle age, with flirting all the rage, here is one bird with self-control. I'm happy inside my cage. No, really, I am. I know who I love best. Thumbs down to all the rest. I know that I gave my heart and soul, so it can stand the test. Yes, no one to talk to, all by myself. No one to walk to, but I'm happy on the shelf. Ain't misbehaving, I'm saving all my love for you. For you, you know it's true. I'm through with flirting, without a doubt. There's no more skirting, it's just you that I'm thinking about. Ain't misbehaving, I'm saving all my love for you. Like Jack Horner, he's in the corner, he don't go nowhere. Well, what do I care? Your kisses, they are worth waiting for. Believe me, I don't stay out late, don't care to go. I'm home about 8 on the orders of Andrew Cuomo. Ain't misbehaving, saving all my love for you. For you, I'm saving all my love for you.
I want to make one more say that every beautiful day, from 4 to 6 in the park, and on the weekends 12 to 2, David Oswald's Louis Armstrong Eternity Band plays, and Arntz is often there, just treating all of us to his beautiful music. So join us and do a little dancing or just listening anytime. Thank you, Arntz.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Well, we just are very grateful for that uplifting music, and we all need a little romance in our life, no matter what. It's great to have a love song in your heart. Sometimes even if you just sing a love song to yourself, like me over here in the great city of Newark, New Jersey, it's all right. Here we go. Beside a garden wall. So let's just have a little jam. We're going to go out right now and, just have some fun. Arndt, I don't know, and Katie, Jackie. We want to thank the wonderful Katie McGrath. We want to thank Jackie Lennon, the incredible Benny Saxable Rubin Jr., and Alina. We want to thank Jeff. Thank you so much from Shining Light. Denver Taylor for that great acting. Just that great narrative reading of that poem. David D'Alba with that amazing music, Ron Jackson, Chia Jackson, and Arntz, we're going to just have a little bit of fun. Arndt, why don't you start us off in a cool blues, whichever way you want to roll it. That's something that make the people kind of rock and feel.
All right, let's do key of C.
Oh, when the saints.
G.
Okay, G it is.
As always. Don't you know? Everybody else does. She sings one key every song.
Oh, when the saints go marching in,
marching in.
Oh, when the saints go marching in. Well, how I'd love to be in that number. When the saints go marching in.
All right, Katie. You're muted.
Refuse to shine. Oh, when the sun refused to shine. You know I'm gonna be in that old number. When the sun refused to shine.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you all. Please don't take, come on, Jackie, my sunshine away. Unmute. The other night, dear. Go ahead, Arndt.
When
As
I
I
lay sleeping, I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I was mistaken. Don't take my sunshine away.
From the top of Sunshine, Jackie.
You're my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You will never know, dear, how much I love you. My sunshine away.
Hey, this little light of mine. Everybody, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light
of mine.
I'm gonna let it. All right, please contribute to Modi. Please pass the word and let people know that we're still here for you. Folks are still coming in now, but we are wrapping up. And we're so grateful to be with you. So grateful that you're here to see some of the same people that have been here from the beginning all the way through now. And, just be encouraged and be encouraging, because this is the best thing that we can do while we are here on this great planet. We love you. Thank you for supporting music while we're inside by Music on the Inside. Please look at musicontheinside.org. Figure out how to contribute. And, if you got a mailing list, let people know that we're still here and hanging out. Rome Neal, thank you so much, from Banana Pudding Bread. Check out RomeNeal.com. Dottie, thank you so much. Thank you all so much. Joan, thank you so much for your art and your heart. We love each and every one of you. Richard, Katie, good night. We'll see you all next week. Arndt, you are the best. Let's give Arndt Arntson a super round of applause, brother. You are the bomb.
You people are the best for putting this on and doing what you do. You people are real angels.
Hey, man, there we go. We all better be. That's a good idea. Before you have to see the angels, you better be one. Good practice. Take care. I'm Antoinette Montague. See you next week. Love you. Good night.